wanted to do something. My business juices were flowing because I came from a family business, and I wanted to do something more entrepreneurial, but that had a mission. And so a buddy of mine and I, who was doing the same thing, or in that he was trying to figure out his next step, he was thinking about going to law school, and we covenanted to meet every Thursday night and pray just about God to guide us for the next thing. We prayed for a better part of a year every Thursday night. And it began to slowly emerge. I'm supposed to start a Christian psychiatric hospital. And at that time, psychologists couldn't admit patients. You could only treat them, and the psychiatrist in the medical community was in control of it. And so I thought, well, I won't be able to do it because I wanted to implement my model in this hospital. And I knew I wouldn't be able to do that with the bureaucracy and the politics of it all. So I thought, well, the only way to really control it is to own the hospital. So I'm going to buy a hospital. So I went out and found the investors, and to raise the money to buy a hospital. And we started trying to buy a psych hospital, and nobody would sell. And so I got everything ready to go, except I don't have a facility. And I'm praying and praying and praying. And then one of my first mentors, Frank Minirth, from Minirth and Meyer, back in the day, who ran the unit that I worked on as an orderly, hadn't talked to him in 6 years. I'm sitting there, the phone rings. He said, "What are you up to?" And I said, "Oh, good to hear from you." I said, "Well, I'm trying to start a hospital and I can't find a facility." And he says, "Well, I've got a facility in LA and nothing else. Let's talk." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, we have a lot of hospital units with I won't name the company, but everybody would know it, that owns a lot of hospitals." He said, "They've got a facility in Los Angeles and they want to do something." I said, "Well, I have everything ready to go. I just need a hospital." So that's how it started. And then I brought John Townsend in to help me, and we did one hospital, and then that worked. And did another one, and that worked, and treatment centers. And so we ended up in 40 markets in the Western United States, in Washington, Oregon, Nevada, and California, and ran that company for a little over a decade. And then when healthcare started changing, you couldn't have as long with patients anymore, sold it. We sold the company and decided to take the same stuff we were doing in the hospital to the church. And this was before streaming, and so I went to a satellite TV broadcasting company, had 5,000 satellite dishes on churches around the country, and did a weekly program. We broadcast from Mariners Church in Newport Beach to 5,000 churches and established groups all around the country to work in the materials. And we're doing the same mission, just turning the church into a hospital.